Alrighty, the level 40 Goldsmith quest given to us by Serendipity is the Horns of the Green. Here we go. Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know that Gigi is completely back to normal. Why, when Roroton was here not too long ago, he only had to contend with Gigi's traditional repertoire of insults. You know what I mean, I'm sure. That Roroton was a hopeless fool, that he was completely devoid of artistic sensibilities, that he smelt of Roland berries, that sort of thing. Your father smells of elderberries. Oh, don't get me wrong, it was still terribly distressing, but at least there was no more talk of fires. Anyway, as for why Roroton was here in the first place, he wished to commission you once more, this time for a horn staff. It goes without saying that he desires a staff of the highest quality, so please bear that in mind before you present your work to me for inspection. Good luck. I think I made this for my, yeah, I made one of these for my thaumaturge. My retainer black mage. Black mage retainer, goddamn. And luckily, nope, not luckily. I gotta go get some algoat horns. Alright. I know where to get them. It's Thanolin, Eastern. It's just to the east of Camp Drybone in Eastern Thanolin. Should I try fighting one of these things? No, that's dumb. Don't do that. What kind of damage do I do? I can always run. Hopefully. They're level 15, 16, whatever. Let's see. That's probably dumb. This is dumb. Don't do this, guys. I can parry? Of course I can. I mean, my natural heal over time, which is just what every class has, is out-healing their damage. Demolish. As long as you don't stand in things. When did I get this text message? Am I frozen? Did my internet go out? Interesting. Even after all that, I didn't get a horn. I got more skins. We'll get these in a twofer. Line attacks from Dragoon for the win. Most of the time I don't like having line attacks as my AoE. I would like to, like in this case, I'd rather have an AoE of like a regular circle. Oh, I still hit him, cool. Give me a horn, thank you. I only need one. For now. Cool. And just when I get a text like saying, "Hey, do you want food from here?" Now my stomach is like, "Yeah, I'm hungry." I was out of the room for the first text. Was like, "Hey, do you want Chinese food?" Or like, I guess Shogun. Shogun is Japanese food, wouldn't it be? She's Shogun Chinese or sushi. I don't really like that place anyway. I don't think it's worth it. And I already have a lot of food I need to get through. Oh, I need to make potatoes. Whatever. Sorry, a potato. I need to make a potato. Okay, sorry. Thinking hard, difficult. Back to Ul'dah. If I can click things. I like to think that I am better now, cutie. Got a puppy in my laps. Oh, actually, I don't know how old she is. She's at least old enough to have been my aunt's dog. Aunt, whatever. Before she died. The aunt, not the dog, obviously, because the dog's in my lap, but... Anyway, Hornstaff is a level 41 craft with Eye of Fire, which is HQable, and Wolf Fang, Aldgoat Horn are not HQable, and I need 2 Wolf Fangs, by the way, sorry. Here we go. Innovation. Probably a 4-putt. 4-putt for quality. Even with a proc, it was a 4-putt. I probably could have used the proc for standard, and maybe it would have been a 3-putt, but I don't know. 67 times 2 is not greater than 143, so we'll do a Veneration 2-putt for progress. Cool. Here's a weird thing that may or may not matter to you. Using Veneration... It's a lower cooldown to use the next action. It's like using a buff spell. Like an off global cooldown buff spell or buff action or whatever. So technically it is faster to do Veneration, Basic Synth than it is to do 3 Basic Synths in a row. That is one of the reasons I choose to use Veneration and then a couple Basic Synths. Rather than just 3 Basic Synths. And also, I like to see more durability left over, and that's just my own personal weirdness, but for actual logistical reasons, it is less time usage. So here's Serendipity for the continuance of this quest. Oh, have you finished the Hornstaff already? I had to go farm the horn, but yeah, already, I guess is a good word for it. Turn it over. Cutscene. Nah, Gigi, horn, staff, aha. So this is Greenhorn's staff. You are improving. Oh, wow, thank you. Perhaps Greenhorn has finally outgrown her title. I must think of a more suitable one. Something that acknowledges your recent growth, but still conveys disdain for the majority of your work. That's extremely high praise. At least, I think it is. But there is one thing that I can say with certainty. This particular commission has made it even easier than usual to evaluate your growth. After all, the firebrand you made before required you to work with many of the same materials, so this is a perfect opportunity to see how your technique has improved since then. Although both were carved from Aldgoat Horn and adorned with an Eye of Fire, I would say that this staff is much more refined by comparison. The wolf fangs flaring from the tip are the coup de grace. I believe that's how coup de grace is pronounced. Not only strengthening the thaumaturgical properties of the weapon, but also improving the wielder's ability to cut an imposing figure. Why don't you deliver this commission to Roroton at the Ruby Road Exchange personally? It's been a while since you last met, so I'm sure he'd be happy to see you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let me just get rid of this freaking Chuck. I don't need it. I know you wanna leave me. The Adventurers Guild, I believe, is the closest. And it is not all that close, sadly, but it's fine. Is this the same person? No, it's not. On this strip we're about to run into here, this is like the person over here. I think it's this guy, Rorich. He basically is the turn-in for all of, the ones I'm familiar with so far, the leave quests for crafters that are given in Thanalan. And just to make it, if anybody is confused, the leave quests you get from Ul'dah are only for the crafter classes that operate here. So goldsmith, alchemist, weaver. I believe that's also true for miner. I'm not sure about that. I think it's probably true. And they go all the way up to level 50, at which point after that you get your leave quest from like Kugane or whatever, or Ishgard. Sorry, Ishgard first, Kugane second, so on and so forth. But here's Roroton. Why, if it isn't Mercy, you're a hard woman to find. As it happens, I had another commission for you. Mistress Serendipity has the details. Or would you prefer that I tell you? Hand over the HQ Hornstaff. You've already crafted the Hornstaff? Beg your pardon, I had no idea. I appreciate that you came to deliver it. I was dreading the inevitable encounter with that irrepressible mammoth. Don't misunderstand, it's not that I'm offended. On the contrary, his assessment of my abilities is harsh but fair. He reminds me that I have much and more to learn before I can call myself a connoisseur of the fine arts. And in times like these, ignorance can be a fatal failing, especially if the rumors sweeping the markets are to be given credence. Surely you've heard them as well, this talk of the Jade Fox? Aye, the legendary thief has come to Ul'dah at last, a master of disguise whose identity is a complete mystery. There is but one thing on which everyone can agree, that his lust for fine jewelry is insatiable. So you must understand why a merchant like me would feel ill at ease. There is no greater enemy to the industrious businessman than a dastardly thief who would steal his wares without compunction. You and your fellow goldsmiths should take care. In fact, it would not surprise me in the slightest if the Jade Fox were to turn his attentions toward you. Okay. Jade Fox. I must keep an eye out for this fox of jade. What do you have? Flustered attendant. Is this... Oh, it's to get Reaper? Oh, okay. I hadn't thought of that. Reaper gear... Would that be mostly the same gear? No, Pugilist and Monk share gear. Sorry, no, they're the same. Monk and Samurai share gear, whereas Reaper shares it with Dragoon. It would have been nice, but they're all disciples of war. So maybe leveling all three of them at the same time would make sense. Although I think Reaper starts at, 70 or 80? Samurai starts at 30. Start with Pugilist, make it into a Monk. Start Samurai, level them up simultaneously, and then... I stop at level 70 because that's where the storylines stop. The story quests all stop for the job story quests, but... Anywho. I guess it wouldn't really matter then. If Reaper starts 70 or later. Because if it's 70, you'll just get gear right off the bat for starting for finishing the quest. Although the accessories from Pugilist and Samurai would probably carry over, so that's not a bad idea. Anyway, here's Serendipity for the turn-in. Welcome back, Mercy. I hope the staff was to Roroton's satisfaction. Congratulations on a job well done, then. Oh, but before you go, I've recently been informed that a dangerous thief has come to Ul'dah, and that we goldsmiths might be the target of his machina. What? You've already heard about the Jade Fox? I guess she's probably going to say machinations, but it was cut off by a hyphen. Well now, aren't we well informed? Anyway, I must urge you to be cautious when dealing with new customers. The Jade Fox may disguise himself as one in an attempt to defraud you. As for the guild, rest assured that I will personally scrutinize anyone who seeks to commission our goldsmiths, and I am an excellent judge of character. What was that? Did I just hear you snicker, Mercy? And I thought you respected your kind and lovely guildmaster. You are kind and lovely, that's true. 156,310 experience points, an apprentice's grinding wheel, which is level 38. And I've made a level 33 HQ version, which is better than that by only 1 point. Unless you count 2 CP, which I don't. And I have better gear that I HQ'd equipped right now than these options. So I'll take 3,000 gil. Hit level 50. This is unexpected. I really did not be... I didn't expect to be hitting level 50 on a lot of these. Like, I hit 50 armor, now goldsmith. I thought blacksmith hit it, but I guess it's just close. It's halfway there. Carpenter is behind. Leatherwork is behind, so I'll do some leaves for those. But that's it for this quest and this video. I will see you next time. Let me wave next to my lovely guildmaster here. We're besties. Bye bye for now.